What is up? Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Fantasy Fellow Show. My name's Kyle. Today, Sunday morning, week 15, first round of the fantasy playoffs. We're going to get you guys set for the day, and we'll go over any questions you guys may have, as well as I'm just going to load up a bunch of the practice reports in here. So I'll start kind of reading off some of those. It looks like the Jets, Quinn Williams, not expected to play. That's going to help the Detroit Lions run game a little bit there. There's a report here that Kyler Murray's torn ACL. It's expected to take 6 to 8 months for recovery, putting him on track to be ready for the start of the 2023 season. I'm not so sure on that. Usually it's an 8 to 9 month recovery for ACL, so we'll see if he can beat it. No Chase Young tonight in the Sunday Night Football game. It looks like Julio Jones not expected to play. So if you are, I think Chris Godwin is a must start today. If you have Mike Evans, I'd probably lean toward leaving him in your lineups with no Julio. I think that could be better things for Mike Evans today. It looks like Jacoby Myers is expected to play against the Raiders. And then, of course, with the Patriots, the big question mark is going to be Ramondre Stevenson. The report is he has a good chance at playing today against the Raiders. So we'll see. We know Damian Harris already ruled out, so that's a slight boost for Ramondre's value. But let me know if you have Ramondre Stevenson questions. Let's see. We have Tyler Boyd expected to play today, as well as T. Higgins. I've been going back and forth with T. Higgins. I have him in a couple of my lineups today. Very nervous after, twice this year we've had the rug pulled from underneath us. 2 zeros from T. Higgins from injury games, and I want to play T. Higgins, but let me know if you guys have questions on him. Depends on who your depth is. Like I have Darius Slayton, so I've been kind of weighing those options. Darius Slayton had a good game against the Commanders 2 weeks ago. T. Higgins going up against a banged up Tampa Bay secondary, though I like the matchup today. DJ Moore expected to play. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let me hit next on my reports here. Of course, DJ Moore expected to play. Josh Jacobs is going to play today. He's officially active. Marquise Brown expected to play. He missed some practice with some illnesses this week, but it looks like he is good to go. Not one of my favorite plays. Let me know if you guys do have Marquise Brown questions today. We're a little bit nervous with Colt McCoy at QB. Then I got a bunch of Bills updates. So overall, there hasn't been too many player news updates this morning. So we're kind of working on hitting some refresh feeds here and see if I can find anything else for you guys today. And if we have some time, I think I will maybe fill out some underdog and some DraftKings lineups. It looks like a couple of actives just came through. Jags stud linebacker Travon Walker is out. Marshawn Lattimore out for the Saints today. T.Y. Hilton inactive. Quinn Williams, of course, out. And then Kadarius Toney's in today. I still would not trust him in my fantasy lineup at this point in the fantasy season. So I'm going to say no to Kadarius Toney. Let me see if I can find anything else for you guys. But otherwise, I think we're pretty much up to date on things. And with that being said, let's try and find some underdog pick'ems here. See if I can share my screen with you guys. Let's see if we can find. I want to go to the dark mode here. Alrighty. So if you guys do have start sit questions, fire them up. I kind of am caught up on all the player news and stuff today. We'll hit refresh on that in a little bit. But I'm just going to go over some of the NFL pick'ems on Underdog. If you guys are not on Underdog yet, there is a link in my description. I think you get a 100% match bonus. So sign up with that code that I have in the description. Good morning to Harris. Hope you're doing well. Fire up your start sit questions if you have any. I'm going to be just taking a peek at some of these underdog props here. I do like Isaiah Pacheco today. His 70 yards does seem likely to hit, as well as his rushing touchdown. I think Juju at 4.5 receptions is a good prop to hit as well. Travis Kelce to score a touchdown today. That feels pretty good. I'm going to put that on my card. Let's see if I can find Chris Moore at 48.5 yards. He's been one of the popular, streaming questions this weekend. I do like Chris Moore today. I think he could be a useful player. But otherwise, I think it's the Kelce touchdown that I'm going to like the most from the Chiefs game. So let me move on to Pitt and Carolina. I don't really have any strong feelings. I hope you guys don't have to rely on anybody from this game. I am a little gun shy to get players going in this game. I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. I'm just going to go ahead and skip that one. The Jets and the Lions. So this one's interesting. Can the Lions offense keep it going on the road against a really good defense? I'm not so sure that we're going to have a huge fantasy day in this one. But I do like, everyone's kind of nervous about Zach Wilson. starting today, but I think he's got some potential to get some things cooking with Garrett Wilson. Drake London, T. Higgins, or Darius Slayton on PPR. It's definitely not Drake London. I think for me, I have the same question, Harris. I have T. Higgins in my flex in my most important league. I do have Darius Slayton on the bench. For non-PPR purposes, it comes down to who's going to score that touchdown. And at this point, I think I trust Joe Burrow. If T. Higgins is out there, I'm going to leave T. Higgins in my lineup. If you're nervous about T. Higgins, I get it. I would say Darius Slayton's a fine option. Slayton did have a really nice game against the Commanders a couple weeks ago. Let me actually see if I can find that game for you. I want to see what let's see if they got Higgins props in yet. So they have T. Higgins at about 5 receptions for 65 yards. So that's a decent day. I know non-PPR, it's not a huge day, but 6 or 7 points in non-PPR sounds okay. And then with Darius Slayton today, they have him at 3.5 receptions, 45.5 receiving yards. I like the over in the receiving yards here. He can get that in one play. So I like both guys, but I'm going to lean Slayton in this one. And I do like Slayton's numbers here. These look pretty attractive. But let me see if I can find some more games here for today. Let's take a peek at Dallas-Jacksonville. I think this is a game that's going to get a lot of fantasy points in there. I'm not sure about Dak's numbers here. Has Dak been running the ball lately? I'm not sure. I'm surprised they don't have a passing touchdown prop in here. I do like Tony Pollard today, though. I think Tony Pollard's 2.5 receptions is a pretty good one. His 75 rushing plus receiving yards, though, I kind of like that one because you kind of get a little bit of everything in that one. We can take a big play to the house. So I don't mind Tony Pollard over 75 yards. I might slap that. I can also go Patterson or Rob Tonyan. No, I'm gonna stick with T. Higgins and Slayton are your best two options, I think, in that format. I like Cordero Patterson, but I'm just super nervous about the Falcons' offense with Desmond Ridder. Especially the first round of the playoffs. Like, I want to put myself into some more trustworthy situations. I don't think Atlanta's in our circle of trust right now. Let me see what else I can find. On the Jags side, they still don't have. They finally put Kirk's receptions in there, but I think Christian Kirk over 55.5 receiving yards seems good because we expect Dallas and Jacksonville to have kind of a higher scoring game. So I like the props in this one. Evan Ingram at 38.5, 4 receptions seems kind of nice too. But let's go to that. I'm excited about the Eagles Bears game. There could be a lot of fun points in this one. I'm actually going to take Devonta Smith over 4.5 receptions. He's been kind of hovering around 5 receptions. And he's had 5, 5, and 4 the last 3 games here. So I do like it. He's getting 8 to 9 targets per game over the last few weeks. Bears secondary, not very good. I'm going to take Devonta Smith in this one. Jeff Driscoll or Juwan Johnson TE non-PPR. If you can use Jeff Driscoll, I think you're going to – if this is a Yahoo Harris, I think you got to go with Jeff Driscoll because there's that chance where, yeah, he could run for 30 or 40 yards. He could catch a pass in some kind of weird play, or he could throw a touchdown or run a touchdown. I think there's more ways for Jeff Driscoll to be a hit today. Juwan Johnson, I like Juwan Johnson. He's coming off of an injury. He had that bad game before he got hurt, though, too. So there are some questions with Juwan. I think if you can use Jeff Driscoll at the tight end spot in Yahoo and you don't have an elite tight end, I think you kind of have to do it today because he could throw some touchdowns. So Eagles, again, I like Devonta Smith over 4.5 receptions. He should get his 8 to 10 targets with no Dallas Goedert. And then the one that I like, we could take a Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown here. Again, if you guys are new to Underdog, I have a code in the description if you guys want to sign up and get a match deposit. And it's kind of fun. I'm just doing some pick'ems here, just kind of looking at some of the numbers and the stats. Let's click into the Cincinnati game because I think Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense is kind of where you want to be today. I think I'm going to take the Jamar Chase receiving touchdown. He feels to me like the best player in this Cincinnati offense right now, and I'm going to roll with that. So I'll put a couple bucks on this one. We'll go $2 and put some insurance on it and lock that in. So let's see if as long as we hit 4 out of 5, we should be okay. I'm just going through the submittal here. And then, yeah, any other questions you guys may have? I'm going to hit refresh on my feeds. Let's see. Officially active, Trevor Lawrence, Chris Jones, Kadarius Toney, DJ Moore, Juwan Johnson, Frank Ragnow. Officially inactive, Trevon Walker, Marshawn Lattimore, N'Keal Harry, Quinn Williams, James Robinson, and Eno Benjamin. Both inactive today. Let's see. We got Garrett Wilson, Olave, Christian Kirk, half PPR. I'm leaning towards all. These are all really good plays. I think today, if who's going to score the touchdown is going to be the magic answer in this question. If I had to pick one, I do like Garrett Wilson. I think a lot of people are nervous about Zach Wilson today, and for good reason. But I kind of have a feeling Zach Wilson might have a pretty good game today against the Lions secondary. So I'm leaning towards Garrett Wilson, but I think the safer play is probably Christian Kirk. We haven't seen Christian Kirk score a touchdown in a while. So I'm going to rank these guys as Christian Kirk, Wilson, Olave. I do like Olave a lot. Just he doesn't really get touchdowns. Christian Kirk is your guy that gets touchdowns. He's going to be the guy that gets 5-6 catches. I think Christian Kirk is probably your best ceiling and your best floor play of the trio there. But keep your questions coming in. I'll hang out for another few minutes, guys. If you have anything else to ask, fire away. I'm just hitting refresh on some of my feeds. And then, yeah, I'm excited for today, man. First round of the playoffs. I hope everybody. Yesterday was a roller coaster for me. I had to go against a handful of players with the Vikings and the Bills and the Miami Dolphins game going on. So it was not exactly a fun Saturday football game. Smith or Godwin? I really like Chris Godwin today. Devonta Smith is right there, but there's that slight chance where the Eagles just have to stop throwing because they're beating the Bears so bad. I'm going to lean Chris Godwin. He's been the number one receiver for the last few games with Tom Brady. The Bengals are missing their star pass rusher and I think two of their best cornerbacks are out. So I'm going to lean Chris Godwin here. But these are both truly really solid plays today. But I'll lean Godwin in that question. Let me see what else I can dig up here for you guys. The NFL is getting so much better at putting out information earlier this year that I've noticed. Like on the Saturday nights and the Sunday mornings, like midnight, Schefter and Rappaport dumps, they've been getting pretty good at putting this information out early. But anyways, keep the questions coming in. I'll hang out another few minutes for you guys. And I'm excited, man. First round of the playoffs. I do have a bye in a couple leagues, but we need some Justin Herbert boom day today. So I'm super excited about the Chargers offense today. If you guys are playing DFS, I'm actually just looking at some of the lineups and stuff that I'm putting together right now. I think Justin Herbert's one of the easy spots for a quarterback smash spot today. Here, I'm just going to enter in another one of these leagues here. This one's easy for me here, so I'm going Terry McLaurin today. It's a product of DeAndre Hopkins going up against a really good defense in Denver. And not only that, but he's got Colt McCoy throwing him the ball. The Cardinals season kind of swirling down the drain. It officially has swirled down the drain. So I'm less excited about the Cardinals offense today. I think you probably need to lean with Terry McLaurin, who had a really good game against the Giants 2 weeks ago. No Adoree Jackson yet. So, I mean, I think it looks pretty good for Terry McLaurin tonight. Let me see if I can find another lineup to create here. But keep your questions coming in, guys. If you're just getting into the lobby, we'll see if we can answer them for you. Montgomery, Aaron Jones, or Ezekiel Elliott, half PPR. If I had to choose just one, it's probably Aaron Jones. My next guy would be Ezekiel Elliott. Third would be David Montgomery. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored in that Jacksonville-Dallas game today. So I do like Zeke. He's more of a touchdown-dependent guy, so it could be nice for him. If you're nervous about Aaron Jones, he does have really nice home games. Like he scores more touchdowns at home than he does on the road. It's the Rams without Aaron Donald and a bunch of banged up people on their defense here. So I do like Aaron Jones tomorrow night the most. If you want the safest play, it's probably Ezekiel Elliott. I'm just looking around for some DraftKings values today. I don't mind Andy Dalton's price tag today, but I think Justin Herbert's the quarterback you need today. And then for running backs, it's tough with Ramondre Stevenson. We're just not sure what he's going to be. Is he going to be out there on the field a lot? So we shall see. But if you guys don't have any other questions, I'm going to get out of here a little early. I want to wish you all the best of luck today. Hopefully, we will be meeting you guys next week and getting ready for the Final Four of the playoffs. But if not, it's been a good season, and we've had a lot of fun. And enjoy the rest of your Sunday, week 15, guys. Good luck. I hope to see you in the next round. Have a good one. Peace.